In June 12, 1987, U.S. President Ronald Reagan delivered an address in Berlin, Germany, between the dividing wall which separated the capitalist West Berlin and the communist East Berlin. At the time, he addressed the General Secretary of the Communist Party of the USSR, Mikhail Gorbachev, and a couple of things. I don't remember most of it, but the main thing that he stated that everybody remembers this very day is, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." In his best Albertan accent, I swear. President Reagan, is it just me or does he sound more Canadian? He sounds like he's from like Alberta somewhere. Right? But shout out to him, one of the best orators. Love him or hate him, you're going to listen to him. He can tell one hell of a story and make you believe it. I mean, you want to talk about Obama being a good orator, I'll give him that, between him and Reagan. But nonetheless, and to be honest, I think Obama's going to come down or go down in history as the Democratic, right? But let me stop diverting, let me stop digressing. Why am I bringing that quote up? A lot of people in the manosphere, that manosphere over there, that I'm good on. I don't co-sign that crap. Whatever crap they're doing this week, or they're indulging this week. The manosphere and the women who they say they hate really need to look into that speech. Not just the words or the tone or just the cadence of it, but the purpose and the objective and the goal of it. And that was to put an end to the Cold War that at the time was somewhat heating up. But the USSR side was definitely operating on a bread for weapons, bread for bullets kind of strategy. And when you're in a state where the bread is being exchanged for bullets, then you're buy some Bitcoin. Nonetheless, for the manosphere and the women who are dissing the manosphere, quite frankly, for the mediocre Negro males and the overinflated females, daggles, strags, succubi, both of you sides need to sit down, come to the table, and to paraphrase President Ronald Reagan, let's end this war. Now, me personally, I'm not a part of this war. I never said I was a part of this war. Yeah, I made videos to make some money off of this war. Okay, I'll give you that. But nonetheless, it's time to end this war. And how can this war be done? Well, my good colleague, Edward Anderson, actually had a woman who came up to him and said, hey, look, everyone's bigger on both sides, saying all sorts of ungodly things to each side, and it's basically been a Cold War, which it's sort of a good metaphor to paint the manosphere as it is a Cold War of sorts. Cold War guys who are dissatisfied with never being seen select, or still seeking to be select, and they're striving and they're pleading with the daggle, whether it's through direct begging or indirect shaming. And you have women here who say they want high value men, but at the end of the day can't get them to the point in which they're willing to get cooked and roasted by Kevin Samuels, sometimes multiple times, or hop on panels with dudes who they don't like or they claim they don't like and don't want, etc., and get cooked by them, or in some cases get simped on by them. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there's a lot of dirt. There's a lot of dirt that we can dig up. If I was the ops, oh man, the ops would have a field day, and not with the actual stuff that can get you in trouble by the 3-letter agencies. Not that kind of stuff. You're not gonna find much of that in the manosphere. But what the ops will find, it's a lot of simping, a lot of tricking, a lot of DMing. And, a lot of that. You'll find a lot of that. And they got a field day. If Her Majesty was MI6, if she went MI6, she went for Her Majesty MI6. Double X. Don't let her go double X on you. Yes, on this today, at this time, of this second, you put in my inbox that I love your creamy, light-skinned self. I can see pause the Instagram Snapchat filters to the inability that your Majesty has, in which I can only imagine what it would be like to see the full spectrum of you. If I could only see the full spectrum of you in your birthday suit, it would be so luxurious. It would be so marvelous. Marvelous, dude. One day, she's gonna go double X and you guys. And I can't wait. In the meantime, how can you all manage to end this war? Because trust me, if certain people decide to, go in their DMs and start exposing some simps and some clowns, some dozers and maggles, you all are gonna need each other. I'm gonna have to go with O'Shea and the legit pro-blacks when they say you got. Y'all better stick with each other and form with each other and work with your brothers and sisters and end the war because oh man, there's too much simping, tricking, and all sorts of BS for one side to survive. But so how can the two sides get together? Let's be honest, because of all these mediocre Negroes crying about women or trying to kiss butt to women and all these mediocre daggles, these baby's kids and scraggle daggles. How can the baby kids and scraggle daggle end the war? Ooh, that's kind of... And because if I put gender war, it might get flagged down and like, oh, you're in the Super Bowl, you go have this. Nah, how can the baby kid and scraggle end the war? Well, guess what? The baby kid, first of all, needs to lower his standards. And I don't mean lowering the standards to the opposite side like a lot of you really do. I mean, stop obsessing over these dimes. Get yourself an adjustable 6. And be happy if she stays at 6. Be happy if she stays at 6. And if she maintains her 20% body fat, size 12 or whatever, you better be happy with that. Be happy. It's 10, 12, size 10, 12. I don't know. I don't know women's sizes like that. I'm not a chick. Ask Her Majesty that. Or ask the women that you all deal with. Maybe not the women you all deal with. But first of all, lower your expectations. Stop thinking you... also, stop shaming women who put out to you like that. Hell, some of you don't even get put out like that. You got to go through the 30 date rigmarole. 30 date, 90 day rigmarole. 30 dates, 90 days. And 270 text messages. All that to get some tail, and then you still call her dot. You still call her... You put out too quick. That's why you struggle. That's why a lot of you end up in the manosphere. You aren't mature. You aren't sexually mature enough. When a chick likes you, when a chick likes a dude, they're gonna do the do. Not Mountain Dew. Can't say Mountain Dew. But as far as these dudes, one, you're gonna have to be presentable, and not in the job aspect. I don't even talk about the job aspect, because you all know, we all know, the pookies with goat looks get just as many chicks, if not more, than the educated professional guys. And don't use your professionalism, and don't. I said this in Kevin Samuel's show. He's giving me multiple shout outs for this, and I will say this again. You guys work hard on the front end when it comes to school to think that for the purpose of not having to work on the back end when it comes to chicks, when it comes to being social, when it comes to getting the opposite gender, okay? That's what a lot of you do this for. It's the same thing. Women do the same thing. I'm going to get on them in a minute. But a lot of you have to realize, yeah, you work your ass off in school. And I'm not against that. I'll be the first one to say, hey, bust your ass, K through 12 and college. So that you won't have to work harder in career fear and after you get out of college. When you get that easy paying job, or not easy paying, but you get that high paying job where you do mild work, all right? That's what we all strive to do. That's the American dream of the 21st century. Not no freaking four square foot. In some of you cases, it's becoming a 4 foot. It's going to become a 4 square foot with the way we're going. But not that that acre suburban house with the white picket fence. No, that's not the dream. The dream is to do as little as possible and get paid as much as possible. Not do nothing. Not be lazy. But the do is reasonable. I don't say little. Do is moderate, reasonable as possible, and you still get paid for it. All right, cool. All right, I'll give you guys that. Ladies. I don't talk to a lot of ladies too much on this channel because they don't watch and because I don't either fulfill their confirmation bias. Shout out Derek Jackson. I don't roast them well. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Roast them and as a coach. Or I don't stalk them, complain about them, bitch about them, try to suck up to them. Bitching about other guys who criticize about them, which is basically the rest of the manosphere. But the ladies, those who listen, you want to end this war? You're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to make the ultimate sacrifice. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're gonna have to make the ultimate sacrifice. And what is that? No, it's not sacrificing your life. No, it's not sacrificing your money. No, not even the money, believe it or not. No, it's not giving your car up to no one. No, it's not abandoning your kids and dropping them off at their biological father's house if you can find them. Because a lot of these guys who I'm going to mention, they'll be willing to play stepdaddy. They will stepdaddyism will come back with a vengeance if you do this. All that stuff, all that complaint, all that stuff, all that trick. Trust me, it's gonna be a new age stepdaddyism. Maybe that'll help the community. Maybe make the community into something you can. It can be hospitable to be in during the daytime at least, like a lot of the immigrant communities. I mean, let's be honest. You got your immigrant communities, your Chinatowns, and your Mexican or Latino parts of town where, yeah, it may get dicey at night, but at least during the day you can do some damn business. You can shop there. You can work there during the day at least. That's more than what I can say about the community, but at the very least, stepdaddyism and implementing this plan may make the community into a community during the daytime. Nighttime, you still gotta work on that because we're still gonna have problems because a lot of these guys aren't willing to take that real step. And the real step, which I won't mention, I'm putting that on a paywall. You don't want the real stuff. But a lot of you ladies are going to have to make the ultimate sacrifice. No, that isn't giving up your weave. That isn't giving up your benefits. That isn't, no. You're going to have to make the non-select, educated, lame, social reject, 8-hour panel hangout, soy-filled, revenge-filled, I hate this woman, she's the worst kind of women, and they're scum of the earth. You got to make them the select men. You got to crown them the select men. You got to take the title. You got to yank the title. You got to go in like the commissioner or someone in the ring or in a world title match. You got to go into that ring. And then, without the referee watching, you got to do the here's Pookie, right? Pookie or Brad. And then, here's what you got to do to Pookie or Brad. Lay his ass down. And then allow, or in some cases, because some of these guys are shiftless, and they just act all milk toast. I get it. Some of these guys are milk toast AF. sometimes you gotta drag this guy. You gotta drag the educated lane, drag the non-select male, drag the beta male provider, drag him down, drag him across the ring. No matter how big he is, no matter how ugly he looks, no matter how much swag he doesn't have, you gotta drag him across the ring. Put him on top of the Pookie, Brad, or whoever, the select male, the Tyrone, the Ghost from Power. Now you're trying to sneak up a Ghost from Power. That might be daunting. That might be no. But you got knock him out enough so that you drag that non-select male, put his body on the select male, the alpha male, and then get out in time for the referee to count 1, 2, 3. And your new Community Select Alpha Showpiece Jawline dude is the guy who's formerly non-select, formerly beta male provider, educated, is the educated lane. It is the cornball. He is the new champion of the community. You got to make that sacrifice. That's the sacrifice you got to make. And then and only then, you all might have a shot. 1, to not die alone. And 2, to make a community. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah. Make it less of a community. But 3, more importantly, to end this war. Everyone else out there, always bet on X.